This is Guernica, Pablo Picasso's monumental outcry in paint. In a single sweep of grays, blacks, and whites, he made a battlefield out of a living room, a chronicle of terror without a single red drop of blood. It was painted in 1937 after the bombing of the Basque town of Guernica and was shown at the Spanish Pavilion in Paris, an artistic alarm bell that still reverberates. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps us keep creating more educational videos like this one. Over the next minutes, we'll peer into the painting's parts, the faces, the forms, the devices of light and shadow, to understand how Picasso turned grief into a visual language. Focus now on the bull at the far left, a bold, dark silhouette that anchors the composition. Look at how Picasso reduces the animal to a mass of shadow and diagonal edges, heavy, immovable, almost tectonic. The bull's haunting calm contrasts with the chaos to the right. In the painting, it has been read as brutality, as witness, or even as a stubborn Iberian myth. Its weight pulls the eye and gives the rest of the scene a stage to collapse onto. Turn to the horse at the center, its arched neck and gaping mouth, rendered like a scream caught mid-breath. Picasso fragments the face into planes and black lines, amplifying the animal's agony. The eye is a dark hollow, the mouth a torn void. The horse is at once victim and mirror, an expression of collective pain. Notice how its form fractures the pictorial space, sending shocks of motion across the canvas. Here, the central light, a lamp or an eye, radiates like a star or searchlight. Picasso paints a bulbous, exposed source with spiky rays that slice across faces and bodies. It reads as modern electricity and as an accusing eye, illuminating horrors with brittle clarity. The light becomes an instrument. It reveals and it torments, making every contour sharper and every gesture more desperate. Move down to the lower left where angular figures writhe. Limbs elongate into spikes, arms lift in frantic, geometric gestures. Those heavy shadows and jagged lines create a choreography of collapse, people folding into each other like paper. The violence here isn't painted as spectacle. It's structural, broken architecture of the body. A vocabulary of fractures that keeps the viewer off balance. Now look at the pleading figure holding a child. The posture echoes classical Pietà forms, but without solace. A raised head, an open mouth that cannot tell its tale. Picasso strips away detail so the gesture reads universal, a parent's grief flattened into an emblem. In the grayscale, there's an unbearable intimacy. The smallness of the child against the stark plains amplifies the human cost in a single heartbreaking silhouette. Examine the cluster of distorted bodies near the lower center, where white edges carve figures out of dense shadow. These compacted forms suggest collapsed buildings or piled people. They have lost individuated features and become a mass of loss. Picasso's use of abrupt highlights, bright slashes of white, punctures the darkness and gives the scene a brittle, almost surgical clarity of suffering. Shift to the upper right, where a small raised arm appears against a network of dark shapes. It's a tiny gesture, but it reads like an answer or a question in the painting's loud chorus. Around it, fragmented hands and faces peer through the geometry of planes, as if trying to make sense of a landscape rearranged by violence. These peripheral details keep pulling your eye back. Guernica is crowded with visual whispers. Return to the full image and take it all in again. Guernica refuses a single story. It is an array of shards that together form a relentless testament. Picasso's palette of gray scales strips away distraction, turning composition into witness. The painting is both a historical reaction to a specific atrocity and a timeless emblem of civilian suffering in war. The more you look, the more the painting gives up, not answers, but a vocabulary for grief. Carry that gaze with you. Art can be a way of remembering what history tries to forget.